Minecraft has been around for 15 years and it deserves some improvement to its animation and models. So today, I'll be helping your Minecraft world feel more alive and less like a game from 2009. Now, before I show you every resource pack and even texture pack, you need to make sure you have Fabric installed and a few mods in order for the animation and models to work properly. I know, discussing technical stuff can be a bit boring, but this is important if you want to avoid visual bugs. And I'm not talking about spiders that are already in the game. The two mods you'll need to download is Entity Model Features and Entity Texture Features. Make sure you have Fabric API installed as well to allow these mods to work. At this point, you might as well add two more mods, Sodium and Iris shaders. Sodium gives you better frame rate, and Iris just gives you the access to apply shaders. Alternatively, you can download Optifine, and all these mods will basically be pre-installed. Okay, I'm done yapping. The first resource pack you've got to add is Detailed Animations. This applies animation to you as the player. This improves walking, sprinting and jumping, climbing ladders, and even walking through water. And then of course you could do a cute little dance by holding crouch for a few seconds. I think this pack is fantastic for especially multiplayer, since everyone around you will have more pep in their step. Alright, everyone's favorite, Fresh Animations. It's 100% the best resource pack for mobs for more emotion and lively movement. It applies to every mob except for polar bears and rabbits for some reason. Sucks to be them, I guess. But as for other mobs, including hostile ones, they all have been blessed with better animation. If you don't want to add this one to your list, you must really like the current stiff animations, which I know I'm not a fan of. Okay, a little break from animation. Better Leaves gives you better leaves. Wow, didn't see that coming, did you? This pack gives leaves more detail and fluff to each block. No longer do they look super flat and boring, but now they've got a more detailed model. It's certainly not necessary, but why not, bro? I personally think it gives your environment more realism in a Minecrafty way. Oh, and by the way, if you don't have shaders on by now, what are you doing? Your world is gonna look incredible when combining shaders in the Better Leaves pack. In case you're curious, I'm using my favorite shader called Complementary Reimagined. Yet again, another model resource pack, and this one is less noticeable than the leaves, and it's called Traben's 3D Arrows. This pack changes the current arrow model to look exactly like the arrow texture when it's in your inventory, which is something so simple but cool to see. I honestly wish that this was in the default game. It works with all the tipped arrows, although the tip of the arrow doesn't actually change, but the spectral arrow does, which is a nice touch. The new model is shown even when they're stuck to your body too. Alright, Blue's Better Monsters. Do not let this resource pack turn you away just because it doesn't change every hostile mob, because the mobs it does change makes a significant difference. Not only do these mobs have variant textures now, but they also have new animations that's compatible with Fresh Animations, so you don't have to worry about the two of them clashing and making the game buggy. Better Monsters has its own unique twist on animation, changing not only movement, but these mobs are also affected by combat. Every time you hit these mobs, there's a chance for some of their limbs to fall off. For example, zombies and skeletons can lose their head, and spiders can lose their legs. It's a pretty cool feature considering it's not even a mod. Next up, a new texture pack to change blocks, but also the models of mobs. Now, some of you will either hate this texture pack or love it, and it's called Alacrity. This texture will not only change the model of mobs, but also give more detail to things like the grass and the change of color of tree leaves based on their biome. If you really want to change models in your game, you can add John's Enhanced Alacrity add-on. This gives some items a 3D model so that they're not as flat as they were before. It also fixes some of the farm animals to look better in my opinion, so consider using this pack as well if you're planning to download Alacrity. I know not everyone wants a complete change in textures for Minecraft. Sometimes the models alone is all you want changed. Well, I'm happy to tell you that better cats and better farm animals is exactly what you want. These two resource packs only change the models of, well, cats and farm animals. So every block and item stays the default texture, as well as every other mob that's not in the list of farm animals and cats. And if you combine this with Blue's Better Monsters, you can have yourself a completely remodeled world. If you want changes to boss models, add ambient sounds to Minecraft with just a resource pack, and maybe add a medieval but vanilla style texture pack to your world, then check out this video on the screen for all the details there. But first, subscribe for more Minecraft content like this.